name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody who feels like your connection is very special and it's generated a lot of excitement, I think, on both sides. So they're saying some pretty sweet or romantic things to you, and you're also feeling like this could be somebody that you could fall in love with. So I do feel like this would be the beginning stages with someone. But even as they make clear that they have an attraction to you or want to pursue something, there's something that feels a little bit off as far as like a repeated behavior or how they communicate. And it's making you question what's going on. And I feel like it's this like flirtatious energy, or, why are you still on the dating app then? There's this need for attention from others that is a problem as far as pursuing a committed relationship with this person. So that's probably what you're picking up on. Let's call in spirit with a little bit, or a lot, sorry, of wind chime time. Hello, Dwayne. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Dana. Hello, Tiana. How are we doing? If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. If I said that too fast, it's in the description box. Don't you worry. So is additional information on how to become a member or how to own one of the candles that I make and sell on Etsy. Hello, Danny. Hello, Anthony. How we doing? Yeah, being happy by yourself is just fine. All right. We're going to start off with the Golden Art Nouveau. What else do we have? Eight of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Ace of Wands. So this is someone who puts in a lot of effort trying to make low effort seem like high effort. Does that make sense? This is someone who's like, I don't want you to think that I'm not interested. I don't want it to lead to the Five of Pentacles where you're like, okay, I don't want to talk to you, or you're not giving me enough attention. So I've got to make sure that you feel special. But I don't know for sure if I want to invest. I think mostly this is someone who's trying to figure out maybe how to get laid. The Ace of Wands can be a bit phallic, you know? Oh, thank you. Likewise. What else? The Moon and the Four of Wands. Oh, okay. So I don't know that this is someone who is single. I think you may have inadvertently been put in the side piece realm or category. Because we got the Moon and the Four of Wands. This is like, no, I'm not being honest with you about who else I'm talking to. Either that, or if you're in a relationship with this person, they hide that from other people. But I feel like you're the new person. Nine of Swords in the reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I feel like this is someone who is entertaining two people, or they're in a relationship and not like telling the people they flirt with, right? You might not even got on a date with this person. But this is someone who's hiding a relationship and they feel like they can get away with it. They do really enjoy attention from other people. Two of Wands in the reverse, Seven of Swords. So the uneasy feeling that you're getting is whoever you're talking to or, considering dating, they don't come through as genuine, and your intuition is picking up on the fact that they're trying to kind of be like a smooth talker, right? Hello, Ruby. How are you doing? Hello, Kay Garrett. How are you? Oh, I hope your nephew feels better soon, Dana. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Five of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. I think whoever I'm reading for, you are picking up on something that seems like dishonesty or at least omission. Someone who is generally pretty charming and you're attracted to, but there is a warning bell regardless, and it's going off because there's something that doesn't match up, or you feel like they're just, you know, content to lie about whatever they need to lie about. Maybe there's weird, like, I can't talk to you between these hours, or, you know, you can't ever call me, I have to be the one to call you. Because with the Page of Wands in the reverse, there's something here with communication that's weird. And you're like, why is this like this? Well, it's because they don't want you to know about who they've been with longer. Ooh, okay. This is the Beginner's Tarot. Hello, Chris. How are you doing? Hello. Can I call you Viv? How are you doing? What else? Ten of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Justice, and the Page of Swords. So it's like this is one of those silly rom-coms where when people are silly enough to entertain too many, you know, like planning a date with two different people. Let me just be very clear. If you are doing the dating honestly, I'm not going to judge you for going on a date with two different people in the same day. You do you, boo, okay? But if this is somebody who is like, I'm going to go see my girlfriend or my boyfriend after I go out on this date with this person that I haven't met before, like, I have a slightly different opinion about that, okay? This is someone who is doing everything that they can, but it's exhausting for them to appear as if they are single, when in reality they are in a relationship with that Four of Wands that came out. So there's something here that they say that makes it clear that they're trying to hide that. Maybe it's, I don't want to like let you know what my social media accounts are, or, you know, I can't put you in my profile. There's something weird here where you're like, okay, I feel like I need to just kind of look into that a little bit because that's strange. What do you mean? Six of Swords in the reverse. Three of Pentacles. Three of Swords. There's another person here. And this is like people getting married. So there's an argument over communication or something that is a little bit suspicious, and it leads to some not so great feelings about each other, right? When you argue, but there isn't that like, I'd really like to make up and you know, cuddle and stuff. It's more so like, get away from me before I backhand you. Hello, Constantine. Hello, Dave. Hello, Rob. How are we doing? You got a flirty coworker. Oh no, it's trouble. Be careful with that. We got a Four of Pentacles and the Devil. Ugh. Yeah. So this is a person who I feel is stepping out. They enjoy the attention of others. For some of you, this could be a person who is just wanting the flirtatious energy. But I think for many, this would be someone who is actually utilizing dating apps to meet people to, you know, go all the way. Spicy time is a priority, and I do think that this is someone who could be looking specifically for people who are, it's like I want something that's different from the person that I'm with. King of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So I think the argument happens when somebody asks about, you know, are you looking for a long-term relationship, or are you just like pursuing a situationship? And when you ask this person why they aren't looking for a relationship or what kind of relationship they're looking for, that's when things start to go off the tracks. That's when things start to head towards an argument. Someone gets defensive because they're lying, right? Wow. Hierophant in the reverse, Moon in the reverse, and Strength. So you have this ability to pay close attention to your intuition and see this person for who they really are, someone who's misleading you in terms of their current situation and trying to make you a party to this, you know, breaking someone else's heart, not to mention hurting yours, right? So I feel like we've got someone who's figuring out, yeah, you might be really good at like love bombing or making me feel like I'm special. But if you're still in a relationship with someone else, or if you're still on dating apps looking for, you know, more attention, just like frivolously, then I don't know if we are on the same page. It seems a little unlikely that this is someone who's going to be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I do want to be monogamous. That sounds great. Let's do that. Hello, Mountain. Hello, Matt. How we doing? That's fair. What else? The Two of Cups. Seven of Cups. Unlike some of the readings out there, I think this is someone who quite readily shares emotions. It may not be real emotion. This could be someone who says, I love you, when they're really just kind of interested for a little bit and not really feeling that. But they're manipulative and they feel like they can get people to give in to temptation or, you know, get caught up and not think about who they're dealing with or whether or not there's really emotion there. Your intuition is picking up on that deceptive energy. So we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords that you've come through as. These are very perceptive individuals, but also the divine counterparts most likely to represent exes. So I think you're starting to ask questions and realizing that this is an uncomfortable conversation topic because they are lying to you. And at that point, it's kind of like, does it matter how you're lying to me or just that you are lying to me? Because at that point, it's like, I don't know if I need to know how many people you're talking to. One is enough. Yeah, there's other people involved. Other dating app connections, long-term relationship, or other flirtations. This is not someone who focuses on one person. What up, daughter of Saturn? How you doing? Hello, Matthew. What's up? Hello, Deborah. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. All right, let's see. I think we need some oracle cards. We'll go with what's the news. What else do we have? Hello, John. How are you doing? Hello, Shayla. It does sound like that's an accurate way to describe it. Hello, Seven. I hope you're having a good one, Shayla. Hello, Charlebite. Oh, are you doing some rapping over there? I can't help it. That song makes me think of Miss Doubtfire. Hello, Anushka. How are you doing? I do personal questions after the general reading, which will be in a little bit over 15 minutes from now, with priority to those who tip or donate. We've got fed up, over it, not having it, and frustrated. This is where no, I don't think I want to get involved in, like, sign up to be on your roster. Thanks, but no. And I think it's because one person gets fed up with questions and the other person figures out, oh, you're really sensitive around this, huh? So you're mad at me for asking questions that are pretty fair for me to ask because you're trying to avoid getting caught. Right? Now, let's be very clear. There are plenty of people out there who would get upset or maybe even feel frustrated if they felt that they had been able to build up trust with you and you just simply don't trust them. But this feels to me like we've got someone who's defensive because you've figured them out and they don't really have any way to talk around it. What's the deal with flirting at work? I've added that. Thank you, Tiana. I like that. We've got numbing, self-medicating, addictions, oh, irrational behavior. Literally, as I'm reading this numbing card, I'm thinking to myself, this might be somebody who is so into the attention of others. It might actually be more so about an addiction to spicy time, horizontal mambo. You know what I'm saying, right? This is someone who uses physical intimacy to escape the frustrations or irritations or sadness, anger that they don't know how to deal with in a healthy way. So because of this, we have someone who is not respecting a relationship or at least proper communication with people that you're involved with, right? They're hiding relationships. They're like, oh yeah, things are great. I'm only focusing on you. I'm not talking to anybody else. And then you realize that they're not. Hello, Merida. How are you doing? Hello, Aria. I haven't heard that ever. We have rebound. Ooh. It's a little concerning. This is someone who moves on quickly, but also never really seems to be limiting themselves to one person. You know, like when you get that really awesome coupon, but it says limit one per customer. This person doesn't listen to those rules. They're like, oh, I could make anybody fall in love with me. They're addicted to the chase, but also I feel like this could be somebody who is addicted to physical intimacy. So that's how they get through their difficult times. Did we have a question for Merida? Thank you for the tip. I'll keep my eyes peeled for that. Hello, Goldman. How are you doing? Constantine, thank you for the giggle. That's totally makes sense, right? I went on a date a long time ago and told someone that it wasn't going to work out because they reminded me of my high school ex-boyfriend. I didn't realize. Oh, yeah. It weirds you out. Hello, of Shadow and Void. How are you doing? Will I be able to get a job in my profession in the near future? Do you, yeah, we'll get some specificity on that. I'll ask if there's anything that is blocking you that you have control over as well, okay? Thank you, Merida. I've added that for you. It's probably about 10 minutes or a little bit longer for personal questions. Hello, Lemonade. How are you doing? All right. This is the Cat's Eye Tarot. Yes, thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate you. Is that like Madonna's song, Shayla? Yeah, that's totally fair, guy. Oh, no, you're good. Thank you, Santiago. I appreciate that. So we've got, wow, 6 of Wands in the reverse and the 10 of Wands in the reverse. Someone who had too many people to keep track of. Maybe this is someone who used the wrong name when they were on the phone or texting someone, or, you know, mentioned, hey, don't we have plans on Friday? But they were talking to the wrong person. I would love to say that this could be somebody who's like sending a text message in a group text format, not realizing that there's like everybody else can see the other people. But I don't know if it's that bad. That's like real bad. But with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, this is someone who's in constant need. It's like, I need you to validate who I am, or I need you to find me attractive or want to pursue me, or I start to question whether or not I'm actually worthwhile. So there's a deeper cut or some sort of trauma, maybe even some issues from childhood that need to be dealt with. It's a little bit unusual for it to be, I don't know, this obvious about a lack of love. I feel in early life, so childhood, but this could be about relationships in general, right? If they feel like they need that dopamine hit all the time, and one person can't really make them feel loved the way they would want to feel loved, then they felt like the best way or smartest way to do it is just like, you know, well, we'll like triple stack them, you know, like how many people can I talk to at once? And then I always have someone to turn to if a relationship ends. I'm saying it like it's logic, but I just want to make clear that is not how I view it. It's like, this person's like about to lose a relationship because they don't want to respect it. 9 of Cups in the reverse, greediness. Wanting too much, so it causes an argument. And this could impact more than the connection with just you, right? Hello, Ithrika. I hope I said that right. I hope you're having a good day. Yes, I think that's a pretty great comment. Of Shadow and Void said, it's exhausting. You can't make someone feel valid. If someone, it's like that cliche of if you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. And I would die on that hill. I mean, this is like, to me, kind of 101. If you don't feel good about yourself, you're going to often sabotage whatever relationships offer you the love that you think you need from other people. Because what you really need is to love yourself. So everything that you could get from other people, it's still going to be leaving you wanting more or feeling like it's not actually addressed the issue. That's why we have someone who's so obsessed with attention. There's been this issue, probably with a family member, that has made them feel like they have to constantly get validation externally and they haven't built up that confidence in themselves. Yes, exactly. So we have the World, the Three of Swords, and the Page of Wands. This is somebody who is saying something too quickly. I think they say the wrong name. I think they use someone else's name when they're in the heat of the moment, between the sheets, or they misremember something important. It's like they say happy birthday to the wrong person or something like that. It's not a good look. Hanged Kitty and the Ten of Pentacles. All right. This is going to impact their long-term relationship. That could be with you. That could be with someone else. I think for the majority of you, this is with someone else. But there is someone here who is like, what did you just say? You want to repeat that? There's a hair on it. Look at how mad that cat is. I don't know. If you know cats, you know that's mad. Like, excuse me? Did you just say what I think you said? Did you call me someone else's name? Oh, no, you didn't. That is not okay. I think we'll go with the situations deck. What else do we have? Synchronicities, signs, 1111, 222, 333, triggers, name, car, place. Oh, they might get caught because of where they're parked or some GPS locating. Like, why are you there? But look, it even says name. It could be because they say the wrong name. Ah, this is like 101. And then it's like after they start this fight or say the wrong name to their partner, they just like stare emptily emptily? Like they got empty eyes, you know? They're just like deer in headlights. What do? I don't know what to do. How can I explain that I called you someone else's name when I've been dating you for a long time? You know? It happens, Tiana. Don't you worry about it. Yes, vacant works. We've got pretending, focused. See, they've been pretending that you were the only person they were talking to. But in reality, there's multiple people they've been talking to. And now you're going to walk away. And they're like, okay. But I got like 4 other people on my roster. Aw, that's very sweet of you, Marcus. Thank you. I appreciate that. Of Shadow and Void, if you have a question, go ahead and share it and I'll write you down. Seven, I'm writing you down. Who else? We got 2 more. 2 more people. And I will do those questions probably within about 5 minutes. We'll start the personal questions in about 5 minutes. Daughter of Saturn. I gotcha. Y'all just have to tell me what your question is, okay? Ooh, and Shayla. All right. Thank you. We've got it. Okay, so the folks that Marcus covered for personal question of Shadow, 7, Daughter of Saturn, and Shayla. I will. Oh, I got Shayla's question there. How much wood? Check wood. Why are you making me giggle? Hello, Syrian. How are you doing? I did say hello to Rachel, didn't I? I'm feeling like I didn't. I hope I did. Oh, I hope not. That's funny. Hello, Mars. How are you doing? Daughter of Saturn is asking, third party, how will all of this turn out? I've added that for you. Thank you, Daughter of Saturn. Hello, Keith. How are you doing? Thank you, Shayla. 7, does that mean you don't want to have a question? Okay, I gotta get back to the reading for a little bit. I'm gonna write down the general advice that of Shadow mentioned. Let's see what else we've got. I'm glad to hear that, Keith. Tiana, that sounds amazing. I don't know what that's about, but hello, Lava. All right, we've got... Okay, I'm going to be honest, you guys. This is one of my favorite cards because it gives me an excuse to call someone a clown. Sit down, you clown. This person's embarrassed because they've been caught out. Now people know what they've been up to. Now people know that they're a garden tool, right? Yeah, thank you, Marcus. Yeah, it is, isn't it? And we've got intervention, rescue, others involved, and alien, telepathic, dreams, and songs. You can tell that there are others involved. I don't think this is necessarily about an intervention, but I do think this is saying you're picking up on the fact that you're probably not the only person they're dealing with, even as they were trying to say, I don't know, I'm focused on you. You're so special. Now they look foolish because they have actually lost, I think, 2 people, but for sure the long-term relationship. Hello, Jamaica. How are you doing? Blockages. I got that for you. Okay, so if I don't see questions from 7 and Shayla, then I will do 2 other questions for 2 other people. Shayla, I know you're funny, but do you want me to just like pull random cards for you? I think I will just add to your question advice about your manager. Oops. Because you already tipped me, Merida. What's up, Brave New World? How are you doing? Sounds good, Shayla. All right, so we've got someone who makes an offer online for a relationship, and this is what breaks open the other connection. So we could have the person in the relationship realizing that they have a flirt living with them, they open up their phone or they catfish this person, and there's an argument that happens because they get caught. You're out here talking to other people and you're in a relationship. This might happen, like the argument might happen as you're feeling that something is off with this person. And then they might block you out of nowhere. So if you have a question as to why somebody ghosts you, or all of a sudden it seems like they're not interested, or all of a sudden you're not interested, it's because your intuition is trying to make sure that you know this is not somebody who's actually able to offer a relationship, right? Hello, Aquarius, how you doing? El arquitecto. I don't know if I say it right. It's a little bit challenging. I think we're gonna start with those personal questions, and we're gonna go with the Egyptian tarot. So just to be clear, we have Tiana, Merida, and then of Shadow, Daughter of Saturn, and Shayla. I think 7 has left the room. So we have one opening for a free question. Thank you, Rachel. Isn't it a good one? And thank you, Brave New World. I had to listen to... Hello, Dawn. How are you doing? You're welcome, Carrie. All right. Tiana is asking about the flirty coworker. What does Tiana need to know about the flirty coworker? King of Wands, 10 of Swords, 7 of Cups in the reverse, Tower in the reverse. So they're coming through as the King of Wands. Could be fire, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But I also feel like there is like something not advisable here. I do think that there's a clear attraction, but it seems as though your spirit guides are pretty intent upon you staying away. So what is it, because of the job or because of the person? The job. There might be an opportunity in the future with this person, but right now is not the right time. Is there a lot going on for the King of Wands? This King of Wands is flirty and is interested in you, but they still have a connection that they need to cut the cord on, or they have somebody that they need to block. And they're not telling you about that. So this is a half-cooked burrito situation. Needs to go back in the microwave, or you're gonna like bite down on some frozen beans. Blech. Blech. There is something this person has not told you about their personal life, specifically because it would be like detrimental to any hopes of being with you. So I just tell you a little bit about it, about who I am, and then hopefully you like me, and then I'll figure out what to do with this other situation. Could be kind of like the general reading, right? Oh, has she been messing with George? Yeah. The tea is piping hot. You can't tell anybody, though. 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. There's some history here. Okay. Let us go to the next person. We have Merida. Will Merida be able to get a job in the profession of Merida's choosing, in that profession, in the near future? Like, let's say 3 months. What about 6? There's something that is blocking it in this like industry or in this field. It's like there's a lack of money, a lack of regulation, or there's a block to like what you do is made more difficult recently than it used to be like 5 years ago. So this is saying there's something else that needs to happen to like broaden the horizons for you. Oh, Dana, I could have just put you in the free slot. But thank you for the tip. Does Leo hate the men in my life? But thank you. All right, so tell me more about this Two of Pentacles, please. Knight of Swords. Strength in the reverse. This is like, okay, I can't help but think of it in like technology as an example. Let's just say you're really skilled in a coding language. COBOL? Is that how you say it? I don't know, an older one, okay? And then you're trying to apply for jobs and people are saying we need you to be skilled at a different language. You have to learn that in order to get this job, but the fact that you have that experience is still really useful to them as well. I'm not saying that's what you do for work, but there's something here. It's like you add an additional layer of value to the team or experience or understanding, even if it's a certification, right? There's something else here for you to do. And because you expand that, yes. If that's something you can pursue that adds value to you as an employee, yes, by all means, get into that. Because this is saying you have to kind of veer off the path a little bit and be a little bit creative with it. And that enables you to do much better. I wish you luck in that. And we've also got, what about the manager? The Chariot. Oops. So we have the Chariot and the Hanged Man in the reverse. Is this someone who's not going to be working there for much longer? There's something changing with the management here. I don't know if this person's getting fired or if they found a different job, but I don't know that the manager is going to be an issue for much longer. I see an argument or someone who feels like, okay, well then fine, I'll show you and I'll just leave. I think we have somebody who gets a better offer elsewhere or gets declined with a promotion and then it's like, I'm butthurt, so I'm gonna leave. So I don't think you have to worry too much about the manager. All right. Hey, Grindhard. Hello, Callan. How are you doing? We'll go with the gold foil tarot for Of Shadow. So what is the general advice for Of Shadow, please? I feel like you are meant to have a side hustle. I don't know if you are currently just working one job right now or if you already have this side hustle, but this is like you have this ability to be quite successful with something and it might be less of a priority than it should be. Temperance. Yeah, I'm seeing there being two sources of revenue for you. King of Cups in the reverse. Not only is this a secondary source of revenue for you, but it's also something that helps people address sadness or bad moods. So it like improves things for people. It's like, we appreciate that you're doing this because it's like actually helping people too. Why the Knight of Swords? It's saying there needs to be more like investment. I feel like there's a call to action here for you to be willing to take a risk or a leap of faith regarding a skill or a side hustle here, something that could bring in that second revenue stream. But with the High Priestess in the reverse, you might be doubting whether or not you are the expert that you need to be, or whether or not you could actually make that work. This is saying you're going to be successful, but you can't give up when everybody else would give up. So you might have to like give it a little bit longer than you thought you needed to. And this is saying, do not doubt yourself because it doesn't happen overnight. The insecurity is the blockage, right? Let's just confirm that. What's the blockage of shadow? Negative thoughts of shadow. I need you to be focused on the light. I need you to be focused on the magic that you carry within you, not the negative things that could happen or the failure that people could think, you know, could have been avoided. You have a tendency to think about what could, like planning for the worst, right? And I need you to be like, this is like nothing but net, because you have what you need. But the confidence is potentially going to cause problems if it's not where it needs to be. So one thing is, there could be something here that you need to offload from your life. This could be someone who is a negative influence and doesn't talk very positively about you. Too much cheese in the... No. There's never enough cheese. But I do feel like you put an end to, maybe it's a friendship, maybe it's somebody in your family, that influence, you turn the volume down on it. And then you believe in yourself a little bit more organically then. So don't let that person influence you, maybe at all, because you're meant to be successful. You just have to stop letting other people's opinions dictate what you're capable of, because they can't do that. I hope you're having a good one, Lotus. All right, let's see what we've got for Daughter of Saturn. We've got, excuse me, how will it turn out with the third party? Queen of Cups, King of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. I feel like we have someone who makes a promise and a declaration of love and then invests in the actions required to make good on that promise. Is this saying we have somebody who is choosing to be loyal or can be trusted? Okay, so we have, I think, a very positive forward movement. Why the Four of Swords in the reverse, though? So there's positive forward movement and a desire to invest and work, you know, like share the responsibility of the relationship. But there's something on an individual level that is still a block that needs to be dealt with. So it's like, okay, we cleared the air, we got rid of all of the problems, or like, you know, we can focus on each other, whatever. But there's something that they need to deal with individually that they've been avoiding. And that will get in the way of the relationship. I'm glad to hear it, of Shadow. Good luck. I want to hear about that victory at some point. So anything else for Daughter of Saturn? Temperance in the reverse and Moon in the reverse. this this kind of feels to me like someone eating a dessert because they were told that it was low fat or like no sugar, and then they consume it and they're like, oh, that's like sinful. I must have been advised wrong. And they find out that, yeah, no, actually it's not low fat. Just kidding. There's something about like a little bit of a honeymoon period, but then if they don't deal with this individual issue, not so great patterns begin to emerge or immaturity returns to the connection. Hello, Jason. Oh no! I hope you get the bacon cheeseburger soon. All right, actually, I gotta move on to Shayla's message. Let's see what tarot deck we should use for you. We'll go with the Earth and Bones Tarot. What message does Shayla need to hear, please? What does Shayla need to know? Hi, Vic. How are you doing? Nine of Swords, Two of Swords. Technically, it's the Two of Crystals, Nine of Crystals. And the Six of Wands. There's an important decision coming up for you, Shayla. I don't know that you know about this yet, but I do feel like there is some element of illusion here where it's like, I know if I pick wrong, it's going to be probably problematic or obnoxious in some way. But one path leads to anxiety and frustration and regret, and another leads to success. So it's like apparently a very important question or decision. Hermit in the reverse and the Ace of Jars or Ace of Cups in the reverse. Is this about a rejection? Yeah. So this is about making a decision regarding a person. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be friendship or family member. But I do feel like this is like there's not really justification for this connection in your life. You've learned what you needed to from this, but this person could actually be a block to your success. So maybe you could reconnect later in life, but I feel like right now, if you choose to allow someone in or continue to allow someone in your inner circle after they've proven they cannot be trusted, it prevents you from the Six of Wands. So it's a person versus your success. Hello, Lucille. How are you doing? Hello, Jess. I hope that helps, Shayla, and I want to see you get that Six of Wands. Let's see. We shall go with the Everyday Tarot. We've got Dana up next. Does Leo hate the men in my life? Hello, Steven. How are you doing? Does Leo hate the men in Dana's life? Hate is too strong. It's more so that it's possessiveness. So it comes from a place of that's my human. But yeah, with the World card in particular, it seems to be like, I want to build like a wall around you and no one else can get in. You're mine, only mine. Will this change? Yes. After a significant amount of time where you feel like he's not going to change, then he does change. Strength in the reverse. And the Ace of Pentacles. So this could be regarding the cat you were asking about, or regarding a human, maybe even your son. But we have someone kind of figuring out the code and how to get Leo to like someone else. So I think that's pretty exciting. Does this mean he'll loosen up a little bit? Yes. Temperance. There's some peaceful energy here. It could be that there is possessiveness over you that kind of lightens up or lessens when there's another friend for Leo. All right. So I don't know if I missed. Oh yeah, no, enjoy your food. I don't know if I missed someone else saying that they would take that still available free question. But if you post your question, I will answer it for you. Hello, Diane. How are you doing? You're welcome, Dana. I hope things work out. He sure does love you, though. You're like his whole world. Should I save the free question for the next time? What do y'all think? Maybe I missed one. Yeah. Guy is asking, how will my next month go? Page of Wands, Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords in the reverse, and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So is this someone lying to Guy? Yeah. So there's someone here who doesn't want you to be upset, so they're lying to you. And I'm sorry if this movie reference doesn't land for you, but the image that I'm seeing in my mind is the two dudes at the beginning of Grandma's Boy when they find out that homie's been going to a massage parlor with the rent money instead of paying the rent. So there's someone here who has... they've been actively trying to hide something from you, and I feel like they're starting to crack a little bit. Their demeanor is different, the way they act around you. There's like tension that you can't really explain. So emotional distance or frustration, maybe even an argument, because I think you end up finding out that this person has lied to you about something. And it probably does have to do with a domestic. It could be a living situation, right? Or it could be causing a problem within somebody's relationship. This person's overwhelmed, and I don't think they're very effective when they lie to you. So this is like kind of like someone's handing you a mess of electrical wires and saying, you fix it. There's a lot going on for this person. They lie to you about it or like drag you into the drama, and I don't feel like you need to be a part of it. So any good news for next month? Oh, star, wish fulfillment. Okay, tell me more. Nine of Wands in the reverse. Be open-minded. In the next 4 weeks, there's an opportunity for you to get something you've always wanted. And it's timed alongside something not going very well. It's almost like the silver lining, right? Okay, so something not great is going on, or you're a little frustrated over here. You need some good news. So the universe is like, here's a random $100 bill on the ground. Who doesn't want free cash? There is going to be something that, like, you get something you wanted for a while. It comes back around. So just make sure you're watching out for this person who's not being very honest with you. And then keep in mind you got some good stuff coming to you as well. All right. I'm going to leave it there. I am hungry. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the who doesn't want free cash? Does that mean you would like me to pull some cards for you? That was really sweet of you. Because I'm not gonna, I feel bad if I sign off now. All right. What do we have for Sarah? Ah, yes. Calmness is good. I recommend Incubus. Hold on. Aquarius transmission. That always calms me down. Nah, you just joined? All right. Well, I appreciate you. I'm going to go eat some food. I love you all. Yeah, I don't know what that is. If I figure it out, I will tell you, Matt. Have a good night, guys. Love you. See you on the next reading. Doodles.